Hello friends, today I will be talking to you about spinal cord, anatomy as well as various syndrome associated with spinal cord. Let's learn. First we talk about neuroanatomy. Here is the spinal cord. This is the central canal, and here are the pain, touch, temperature. P for pain, touch and temperature, the sensation, they enter the spinal cord. They relay on same side. Second order neuron, they cross to other side and travel upward in Spinothalamic tract. Okay, anterior and lateral spinothalamic tract. Now they travel upward, and in the brain they continue. Please note, this is the first order neuron. Second order neuron, spinothalamic tract, are second order neuron. They continue traveling upward and they go to thalamus and they relay in thalamus. So second order neuron, they relay in thalamus. Third order neuron, it goes to parietal lobe. Parietal lobe. PL stands for parietal lobe. Point to be noted, this is the left side. This is the right side. So point to be noted that left-sided pain, touch and temperature, they go to other side, travel in right spinothalamic tract, and they go to right thalamus. This is thalamus. And finally, they go to right parietal lobe. So left pain, touch, temperature, they land up in right parietal lobe. Here we have position vibration cells. P for position, V for vibration. P for pain, touch, temperature, position, vibration. They enter the spinal cord and they travel upward in posterior column. Point to note it, they are not relaying straight away. This is the first order neuron. They travel upward, they relay in the brain. Second order neuron, they cross to other side, they again relay in thalamus. Second order neuron, this was also second order neuron which relayed in thalamus. Point to be noted, thalamus is a relay station. Okay, from thalamus again, third order neuron, they go to parietal lobe. This was the third order neuron. This is also third order neuron which have gone to contralateral parietal lobe. So ultimately all sensation, pain, touch, temperature, position, vibration, they ultimately are relay in thalamus, and final destination is sensory cortex of contralateral parietal lobe. Contralateral means left-sided sensation go to right-sided parietal lobe. Now here is the pain, touch, temperature of right side. Pain, touch, temperature, they go to other side. travel upward and they go to thalamus and they go to parietal lobe. Same story, symmetrical story regarding sensation of pain, touch temperature of right side. Now, here come the corticospinal tract. Corticospinal tract, also known as pyramidal tract, and all of you know that corticospinal tract are concerned with motor function. They come down in the lower end of medulla, they go to other side. They cross to other side at the lower end of medulla. Then they come down to anterior spinal cell, and anterior spinal cell, from anterior spinal cell come the motor nerve, and it goes to muscle. Okay, it goes to muscle. This is the corticospinal tract. Now, point to be noted. Any lesion in the anterior, this is anterior horn cell, this one, and this is the motor nerve. This is the motor nerve. Any lesion in anterior horn cell and motor nerve is lower motor neuron palsy. So write down, any lesion in the anterior horn cell or motor nerve, this is lower motor neuron palsy. Now, any lesion in the corticospinal tract will be upper motor neuron lesion. Any lesion in the corticospinal tract is upper motor neuron lesion. Now, one more thing you should understand very carefully. This is the corticospinal tract, site number 1. This is the corticospinal cord, site number 2. If lesion occur at site number 1, there will be contralateral motor feature, upper motor neuron feature. But if lesion occur at site number 2, there will be ipsilateral upper motor neuron. So I can write down, lesion occur at site number 1, contralateral upper motor neuron. But if lesion occur at site number 2, ipsilateral upper motor neuron. This is the basic fundamental that you should remember. Right? Now, having learned the basic anatomy, now we talk about syndrome of spinal cord. Now we talk about applied of what we learned right now. So first of all, we will talk about Syringomyelia. This cavity, central canal enlarges. If the central canal will enlarge, so there will be bilateral involvement of spinothalamic tract. That means there will be bilateral loss of pain, touch and temperature, equal to bilateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. Remember, the position vibration sense, they are lying very far away. They are lying in the peripheral part of the spinal cord. That's why position vibration sense is not involved. So only bilateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. And this is known as dissociate anesthesia. This is known as dissociate anesthesia. Why dissociate anesthesia? Because only pain, touch and temperature involved. Position, vibration, sense not involved. So this is the point you should remember regarding syringomyelia. Now, suppose we cut one end of spinal cord. That would see in Brown-Sequard syndrome. So in Brown-Sequard syndrome, I can rub it out. Brown-Sequard syndrome. So there is one part of spinal cord is involved. This typically occurs in thoracic spine region, where one part of the spinal cord is involved. So what will happen? This is gone. So this is gone means ipsilateral loss of position, vibration, sense. This is gone. It will lead to ipsilateral upper motor neuron lesion. A couple of minutes back I told you if lesion occur at this upper motor neuron, but ipsilateral. So there will be ipsilateral upper motor neuron lesion. This is also involved. So this will lead to contralateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. Contralateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. This is the second thing that you learn regarding Brown-Sequard syndrome. Was this? So in Syringomyelia, bilateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. And in Brown-Sequard syndrome, ipsilateral position vibration, ipsilateral upper motor, contralateral pain, touch and temperature. They are very, very frequently asked questions. But one more thing you should know. Suppose this is the thalamus. This is the thalamus. Right-sided thalamus. Okay? Suppose bleeding occurs in this. This patient had a roadside accident and bleeding occurs in thalamus. Now what will happen to patient? Look at the board now. So all sensation are finally, oh, this is thalamus. So sorry, this is thalamus. So sorry, this was parietal lobe. By mistake I went there. This is thalamus. Thalamus. So bleeding has occurred in the thalamus. All sensation have gathered in thalamus. Right-sided thalamus. So what will happen to patient? What will happen to patient? He will come with a complaint of so he has right thalamic bleed. So there will be complete, this right side, left. There will be complete loss of all sensation on the left side. So in thalamic bleed, there is contralateral hemianesthesia. In thalamic bleed, there is contralateral hemianesthesia. Thalamic bleed, contralateral hemianesthesia. Okay, all sensation are lost. This what happened in thalamic bleed. Now, this patient who came with the roadside accident brought to you right now, he says there is no sensation on the right side. Now you give treatment and he goes home. And he come to meet you after say 15 days. You ask him, how are you? He says, doctor, I'm all right. But you know, last time when I came, there was no sensation on the left side. But now, there is intense burning sensation in the same contralateral body. This is known as Dejerine-Roussy syndrome. This is known as Box number 3, Desirine Rousey syndrome. Contralateral burning in recovery phase of thalamic bleed. This is box number 4. Box number 4. Now what has happened? As the bleeding occurred, now in the 2 or 3 week time, body scavenger cell will try to remove the blood from the thalamus. The thalamic's function starts getting normal again. But in the initial phase, patient has intense burning sensation in the contralateral body, that is known as Desirine-Rousey syndrome. So friends, so what syndrome we learned? Let's revise only in 30 seconds. We learned about Syringomyelia, bilateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. Brown-Sequard syndrome, in this ipsilateral loss of position vibration, ipsilateral upper motor neuron feature, contralateral loss of pain, touch and temperature. In thalamic syndrome, contralateral hemianesthesia. In Desirine-Rousey syndrome, contralateral burning sensation due to recovery of thalamic function. Thank you very much. Again, you can note down my email ID. It's very easy. Contact Dr. Bhatia at gmail.com. Your comment, suggestion are welcome. Contact Dr. Bhatia, Dr. Bhatia at gmail.com. In the next lecture, I'll be talking to you regarding neuroanatomy and syndrome of the brainstem. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'll be waiting for your comment, suggestion. Thank you very much.